What if I told you right now sitting inside your pocket change could be a coin so powerful, so rare that it could rewrite your fortune overnight? These are not just old pieces of metal. These are silent treasures born decades ago, now worth more than luxury collections hidden behind scratches, patina, and forgotten mint marks. Today, we're opening a vault most people don't even know exists. The Sacagawea dollar secrets. The coins that once jingled in a kid's hand, now shaking the very foundations of the collector's market in America. Every coin you'll see today carries a story of war, pride, and mystery, and a hidden value that could change your life in an instant. So tighten your seatbelt, coin hunters, because by the end of this video, you might just start checking every single quarter you own. This is Old Penny Worth, and today we're revealing the 3 most valuable Sacagawea $1/4 ever discovered. Stay tuned till the end because coin number 1 is something the world thought was gone forever, but one recently resurfaced in a dusty collection, and its price at the latest auction left even the experts speechless. Coin number 1. Rare errors and varieties. Now this is where the story takes an incredible turn. While millions of 2000p Sacagawea dollars look nearly identical, a tiny number escaped the United States Mint, with remarkable differences that transformed ordinary $1 coins into legendary collectibles. But here's where things get interesting. Some of these valuable coins were discovered by complete accident, hidden inside ordinary bank rolls, or even tucked inside cereal boxes. Yes, you heard that correctly. One of the most famous modern American coin rarities actually began with a breakfast promotion. When the Sacagawea dollar was introduced, specially packaged examples were placed inside Cheerios cereal boxes as part of a nationwide promotion. At first, collectors assumed these coins were identical to every other 2000p Sacagawea dollar. Years later, sharp-eyed numismatists noticed something extraordinary. The eagle on the reverse displayed much more detailed and sharply defined tail feathers than regular circulation strikes. This variety quickly became known as the famous Cheerios dollar. What happened next shocked collectors. As specialists confirmed that only a very small number of these enhanced reverse coins had survived, demand exploded almost overnight. Coins that had originally been given away as promotional prizes suddenly became some of the most valuable modern United States dollars ever discovered. Certified examples have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, proving that sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding where nobody expects them. But the Cheerios dollar isn't the only variety collectors dream about finding. Another famous discovery became known as the Wounded Eagle variety. Under magnification, collectors noticed what appears to be a dramatic gouge or raised die flaw cutting across the eagle's body. The mark resembles an injury running through the eagle's chest, giving the variety its unforgettable nickname. This tiny detail could change everything, because authenticated examples are highly sought after by specialists who collect modern mint varieties. Most people never notice that even small die cracks, die chips, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, double strikes, and dramatic misaligned dies can multiply the value of an otherwise common Sacagawea dollar. Coins struck on incorrect planchets are especially exciting. Imagine discovering a Sacagawea dollar struck on a state quarter blank or another foreign-sized planchet. Such spectacular mint mistakes are incredibly rare and often become headline auction pieces. Double die varieties also deserve careful attention. Although major double dies are uncommon for the 2000p Sacagawea dollar, examples showing noticeable doubling in lettering, the date, or design elements attract significant collector interest. Under magnification, the letters may appear doubled or slightly separated instead of crisp and sharp. Even minor doubled dies can command impressive premiums when authenticated by professional grading services. Another category that excites collectors involves dramatic strike-through errors. These occur when grease, cloth fibers, wire, or other foreign material interferes with the striking process. Instead of producing a perfect image, portions of the design may appear weak, missing, or unusually textured. Every strike-through error is unique, making each one a one-of-a-kind collectible. Then there are partial collar strikes, rotated dies, multiple strikes, and brockage errors. Although extremely scarce, these dramatic mint mistakes create coins unlike anything intended by the mint. Because every era tells its own story, collectors eagerly compete whenever one appears at auction. How to identify valuable examples. Finding a valuable 2000p sacagawea dollar begins with careful observation rather than luck. The first thing to examine is the date. It should clearly read 2000, and just beneath the date, you should find the small P mint mark indicating production at the Philadelphia Mint. Next, weigh the coin if possible. A genuine sacagawea dollar should weigh approximately 8.1 grams and measure 26.5 millimeters across. Its composition consists of a pure copper core surrounded by manganese brass-clad layers that create the famous golden color. If the weight is significantly different, further investigation may be necessary because wrong planchet errors and counterfeit pieces both exist. Now comes the most exciting part. Study the reverse eagle under strong lighting and magnification. If the tail feathers appear unusually detailed and sharply sculpted compared to ordinary examples, you may be looking at the famous Cheerios reverse. Most people never notice these subtle differences, but experienced collectors examine this area first because the value may leave you speechless. Also inspect the eagle's body carefully for the distinctive raised line associated with the wounded eagle variety. This feature should never be confused with random scratches made after the coin entered circulation. Genuine die varieties are raised because they originate from the die itself, while damage is usually cut into the surface. Carefully inspect the lettering, date, stars, and rim for doubling, missing elements, or striking abnormalities. Off-center strikes should display clear displacement while retaining a readable date. Broad strikes will appear larger than normal because the retaining collar failed during striking. Clipped planchets will show a curved section missing from the coin's edge, along with proper metal flow characteristics. Condition is equally important. Two identical coins can differ enormously in value simply because one remained untouched for decades while the other circulated heavily. Collectors pay the strongest premiums for mint state examples displaying brilliant luster, clean surfaces, sharp details, and very few contact marks. High-grade certified coins often command prices many times greater than circulated examples. Counterfeit coins also deserve attention. Some altered pieces have been plated to imitate the golden finish, while others have had mint marks modified or entirely fabricated. Always compare suspicious coins with authenticated examples, and if you believe you've discovered a rare variety or major error, resist the temptation to clean it. Cleaning permanently damages originality and can reduce collector value dramatically. Instead, submit promising discoveries to respected third-party grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, for authentication and professional evaluation. But here's where things get even more exciting. Even today, collectors continue searching unopened rolls, forgotten collections, estate sales, flea markets, and old coin jars, hoping to uncover one of these elusive treasures. Every newly discovered variety reminds the hobby that remarkable coins are still waiting to be found, often hiding in places where nobody thinks to look. Next up, the 2001p sacagawea dollar that could be worth thousands. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar, pulling out a golden dollar that most people would spend without a second thought, only to discover that collectors have paid thousands of dollars for coins that look almost exactly the same. It sounds impossible, but that's exactly what has happened with certain 2001p sacagawea dollars. Millions of Americans have handled these coins over the years, tossing them into drawers, piggy banks, glove compartments, and inherited collections without realizing that a handful of extraordinary examples have become modern treasures. But here's where things get interesting. The difference between an ordinary $1 coin and one worth a small fortune can come down to a tiny detail that most people never notice. A slight die variety, an unusual strike, an overlooked mint error, or an exceptionally preserved surface can completely transform its value. What happened next shocked collectors when rare examples began appearing at major auctions and bringing prices that few believed possible for such a modern coin. The value may leave you speechless, especially when you discover how many of these coins were released directly into everyday circulation. So before you spend another golden dollar, watch carefully until the very end. That forgotten coin sitting in your collection could be hiding a story and a value that changes the way you look at modern American coins forever. The 2001 Sacagawea dollar represents only the second year of the United States Mint's new golden dollar series. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, these coins carry the small P mint mark beneath the date on the obverse. Although hundreds of millions were produced for circulation, relatively few survive today in pristine, untouched condition because most entered everyday commerce. Designed by Glenna Goodacre and engraved by Thomas D. Rogers, S.R., the Sacagawea dollar honors the young Shoshone woman whose guidance helped the Lewis and Clark expedition complete one of the greatest journeys in American history. Although commonly called a gold dollar, the coin contains absolutely no gold. Its distinctive color comes from a carefully engineered manganese brass-clad alloy wrapped around a pure copper core, giving it a beautiful golden appearance while remaining affordable for circulation. Following the limited success of the Susan B. Anthony dollar, the United States Mint sought to create a dollar coin that Americans would actually enjoy using. The Sacagawea dollar debuted in 2000 with enormous publicity, and the 2001 issue continued that effort by supplying banks, businesses, transit systems, and vending machine operators across the country. Despite the Mint's ambitious plans, paper $1 bills remained far more popular. As a result, millions of Sacagawea dollars disappeared into storage rather than daily circulation. Ironically, this lack of popularity eventually helped collectors because many high-quality examples remained protected for years. But here's where things get interesting. As collectors began studying these modern dollars more closely, unexpected mint varieties, striking errors, and exceptionally preserved coins started appearing. What many people dismissed as common spending money slowly became an exciting field of modern numismatics, with specialists searching through rolls and collections for overlooked treasures. Design features. The obverse features a lifelike portrait of Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. Her expression is calm and determined, symbolizing courage, leadership, and perseverance. The inscriptions include Liberty, the date 2001, the P mint mark directly below the date, and In God We Trust. Turn the coin over, and a soaring eagle dominates the reverse, surrounded by 17 stars representing the states admitted to the Union during the Lewis and Clark expedition. The reverse also displays United States of America, $1, and EPLUBUSUNUM. The eagle's detailed feathers and graceful flight make this one of the most admired reverse designs of any modern American circulating coin. Every genuine 2001 Sacagawea dollar weighs approximately 8.1 grams, measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and features a smooth edge without lettering. The manganese brass-clad composition gives the coin its famous golden color. Although no actual gold is present, most people never notice how important strike quality can be. Coins with razor-sharp feather details, brilliant original luster, and nearly flawless surfaces are dramatically more desirable than heavily circulated examples, even though both began their lives worth exactly $1. Next up. As we've traveled through the remarkable story of the 2002 Sacagawea dollar, you've probably realized something surprising. This isn't just another golden-colored dollar tucked away in a forgotten drawer. It's a coin that represents American history, modern minting technology, and the excitement of treasure hunting all rolled into one. But now we've reached the moment you've been waiting for, the highest known value reveal. Throughout this video, we've explored the design, the history, the minting process, and the rare errors that make certain examples dramatically more valuable than others. But here's where things get interesting. While millions of ordinary 2002 Sacagawea dollars were produced for collectors rather than everyday circulation, only a tiny fraction survived in exceptional condition. Even fewer display the remarkable minting mistakes that collectors compete fiercely to own. Imagine opening an old coin album inherited from a grandparent. Maybe you discover a bright golden dollar that has barely been touched for more than 20 years. At first glance, it looks ordinary, Most people would simply toss it back into the collection without another thought. But what happened next shocked collectors countless times over the years. Professional gradding has transformed seemingly ordinary dollars into coins worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars simply because they possessed extraordinary preservation or a rare mint era that almost nobody noticed. The value may leave you speechless. One of the finest certified examples of the 2002 sacagawea dollar, graded at the very top of the condition scale by a major third-party gradding service, has realized several $1,000s at public auction. While circulated examples usually trade close to face value and attractive uncirculated pieces often sell for only a modest premium, superb gem examples with nearly flawless surfaces become an entirely different story. Collectors building registry sets compete intensely for the highest graded coins, and when only a handful exist at that elite level, bidding can climb far beyond what most people would ever imagine for a modern dollar coin. But here's where things get even more fascinating. Era coins rewrite the rules completely. A dramatic off-center strike, a broad strike, a major die break, or spectacular wrong planchet error can transform a common coin into one of the most desirable modern mint eras on the market. Depending on the rarity of the era, its visual appeal, and its certified authenticity, collectors have paid anywhere from several $100s to several $1,000s for extraordinary examples. This tiny detail could change everything. Many people believe every golden sacagawea dollar is automatically valuable simply because it has a unique color. That couldn't be further from the truth. The overwhelming majority remain worth only $1 if circulated. The coins that command serious money almost always share one important characteristic: exceptional quality or a genuine mint era verified by professional experts. That's why experienced collectors never rush to clean a coin, polish its surface, or try to improve its appearance. Cleaning permanently damages the original mint surface and can erase much of its collectible value. A coin that might have attracted enthusiastic bidding can lose a significant portion of its premium after even a light cleaning. Most people never notice this until it's too late. Another growing concern is counterfeit coins. While fake 2002 sacagawea dollars are less common than counterfeit classic rarities, altered coins and deceptive replicas do exist. Some counterfeiters artificially create unusual-looking surfaces or attempt to imitate mint eras by damaging genuine coins. Others add false characteristics, hoping inexperienced buyers will mistake them for valuable varieties. That's why authentication by respected gradding services remains one of the most important steps before believing extraordinary value claims. If you think you found an unusual example, resist the temptation to make assumptions based solely on online rumors or exaggerated social media posts. Instead, examine the coin carefully under good lighting. Check the mint mark, inspect the lettering, look for evidence of doubling, search for unusual strike characteristics, and compare your coin with verified examples. When something truly appears different, professional authentication can make all the difference. Perhaps the most exciting part of this hobby isn't the possibility of a massive payday. It's the mystery. Every coin tells a story. Every scratch, every strike, every tiny imperfection reflects a specific moment inside the United States Mint. Some of those moments created ordinary coins. Others produced remarkable collectibles that continue fascinating experts decades later. Think about how many coin jars sit forgotten on shelves, how many family collections remain unopened in closets, how many inherited albums have never been carefully examined. Hidden among thousands of ordinary coins could be one extraordinary survivor waiting to be recognized for the first time. And that's exactly why collectors continue searching. They know that remarkable discoveries still happen. They know overlooked treasures still exist. They know patience often rewards those willing to look a little closer. So before you spend another golden dollar, pause for just a moment, hold it under the light, look at every detail, check the date, find the mint mark, study the strike, compare the surfaces. You never know when an ordinary-looking coin might reveal an extraordinary secret. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden story behind the 2002 Sacagawea dollar, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible coin mystery. Every week, we explore forgotten treasures, valuable mint errors, record-breaking auction results, and hidden collectibles that many people unknowingly spend every single day. If this video helped you see your pocket change in a completely different way, leave a comment telling us the oldest or most unusual coin you've ever found. Your discovery could inspire the next featured episode. And don't put away your coin collection just yet, because in our next video, we're diving into another remarkable American coin with a history even more surprising than this one. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary. Millions were made. Most people never give it a second look. But hidden among those millions are astonishing varieties, dramatic mint mistakes, and elite condition examples that have stunned collectors with prices reaching into the thousands, and in exceptional cases, far beyond what anyone expected. What happened next shocked collectors. And trust me,